Okay, good morning, everybody. Here it's always morning, and it's simply because the morning starts when you wake up. So if you're here with us today, I say very beautiful good morning to you. Thank you for joining us on this edition of The Discovery with Ayodele. So before we start, I'll just go over the house rules again. For those of us who have been regular on this program, we already are familiar, but I'll just go through it again. Everybody's mic is muted. So if you have questions, comments, please use the chat room. I would constantly go back to the chat to see what's going on there. At the end of our conversation, because actually it's a conversation, you'll be allowed to ask questions or make comments. So use the keypad to raise your hand and you'll be acknowledged, and then you'll be able to unmute yourself to ask your question. And please, I want to appeal to us when you're asking your question, please be as brief as possible. Our guest today is somebody who is so busy, but I'm so grateful that she could put us in her diary to be with us today, and I don't take that for granted at all. With that being said, so let's meet our speaker. As our guest for today is a New York-based world-class customer service expert with her educational background in accounting and recording over 10 years of training and experience in various industries, the telecoms, banking, and other USA multinationals. Our guest today is so common. Invest our time and deliberate effort in SMEs across the globe. Okay, helping to restructure and rebrand in the area of customer service, which leads to overall better performance and increase in profit at the bottom line. Her greatest qualities will be impeccable communication skills, ability to be extra patient, attentive, and manage time effectively. Our guest for today has her greatest passion. Her greatest passion is to see individuals grow their personal business from scratch to great empires by adapting simple customer service skills. And that's why we have her on this show, so that we all can learn to build great empires. And I'm sure we'll get several nuggets, not one, not two, from her today. Our guest, Dami Ayodele, is a mother to her lovely 7-year-old daughter. She's a lady with a heart of gold who gives all resources within her reach to help change the lives and affect our world at large. And I can say so much about this. Madam, just allow me share this little one about you. Thank God you can't see me, so you can blush. Okay, no, you can see me. Oh, wow, okay. But this guy see me face to face, so you can't pinch me. You know, one of the things that caught my attention about her is her willingness to help any and anyone, no matter who you are. Very recently, there was a program that was being done, and it was a paid program, and it was so much in dollars, and a lot of people could not afford to be on that program. But she paid and zoomed everyone in without collecting a dime. That for me is huge. It shows a true heart of gold. Ma'am, I'm publicly saying a big thank you to you. You never know how far these little things you do go. They're really not little, they're huge. God bless you. You are indeed a woman with a heart of gold. Our guest for today is no other than a customer service and logistics expert with 10 years field experience in US and Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, help me wherever you are. Use your keypad. Let's let her know that we love her. Celebrate and welcome for me, Dami Ayodele. Please put something on that pad. Let's know that, cheer her up, put emojis, put something. Just let her know that you are happy she's here with us.
I'm watching. Thank you, Uche.
Thank you
Thank
so,
you, Mr.
so
Charles. Thank you, Reverend Yummy. Yummy, yummy. Like yummy.
It's so huge having you.
Everybody. Thank you so much, ma'am. Miss Aretha, so thank you for always having my back. You know, when I see you, then I'm calm. All is about to be well. Thank you, Miss Julia. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Pastor Karen. Thank you, Miss Lola. Thank you, Taiwo. Thank you, Kayode. Thank you, everyone. I am elated to be here. First of all, I want to say this. Reverend Yomi is she's I don't think I've met her before.
We haven't met one-on-one.
Wow. I have met your amazing husband. We were
Yeah.
together at Seychelles.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing man. And I believe, oh, you're there, sir. How are you? Hello,
Right
sir.
there.
So good to see you. It's been a long time. You're just an amazing, amazing woman, and I really do celebrate you. And to tell you how much you mean to me, today's my daughter's birthday, so she's not 7 anymore. That profile is wrong.
Ooh.
Tomorrow she clocks 9,
Wow.
and her party starts today. So right now it's party. I'm supposed to be there, putting it together and all of that. But I had to be here because I gave my word and because you
Thank
are that
you.
special.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so
Yeah,
grateful. Thank you so much. Now, before
no
I let
problem.
you lose, I want to pick you on one or two things I noticed. What's the love for customer service all about? You're an accountant, for crying out loud. You should be looking at books and figures. Where is this customer service love coming from?
Okay, so it's I believe that God gave all of us gifts. And I believe that compassion, empathy, kindness, love are gifts of the spirit. And when we function in some of it more strongly, I have been given the ministry of helps. I have the ministry of helps. And so I recognize that it gives me utmost joy to be of service. I'm a service-hearted person. I don't take that for granted. So my accounting background, of course, I was going to start there actually. So one of the reasons why I studied accounting is because my daddy said so. I was a young 15-year-old. I was a young, maybe about 13-year-old when I had a conversation with my father, and he asked me what I thought I wanted to be. I said I wanted to be a lawyer, and he said, well, what do you think about accounting at the time? Idea of lawyers are people who wear worn out white shirts, carry briefcase, and walk around Lagos looking for charge and bail cases. So I believe that if he had seen it in a different light, maybe company law, stuff like that, corporate law, he might have encouraged me. I don't know, but I know he was quick to say, that's amazing. He's never want to impose. We were raised to have free choices, but he now started selling, being an accountant. My dad is a business person, and he did study accounting in school. He started packaging accounting, selling it. Before we knew what was happening, Inception had happened. I don't know if anybody has seen that movie, Inception, and where they plant an idea in your head and you think is your own.
Yeah.
So Inception had happened, and I just started talking about being an accountant, and I went on to study that at the age of 16. So I was pretty young. I had no exposure. I didn't know, what. But if I was to do it again, I think I will study accounting, because there is a way that course has given me a level playing field for a lot of other skills. The transferable skills from that course is what has kept me till this day. You're able to transfer economics, business, management, marketing. It's statistics. Those were all the courses that I did, and I was able to transfer most of that knowledge. Now, I was not able to be a professional at any of those things, but that now gave me the platform when I asked myself, Dami, who are you? Why are you here? And what do you want to do with your life? And I found out that helping people is my thing. I mean, it just irks me to get bad service. I can't tolerate bad service, because I feel like it doesn't cost you anything, and you're being paid to be there. So why not? So service is a lifestyle. You know, our children are our customers, our spouses are our customers, our helps, that's the domestic staff in our house are our customers.
True.
Customer service is both ways. Treat me right so that I can treat you right. My dad taught me also at a very young age to say thank you when I go buy something, even if they don't have it. So I'm like, I don't understand. Why should I go to a store? I want to buy Panadol. They say, sorry, we don't have. I now say, thank you. Thank you for what? You did not do what I wanted. You know, and he said, no, your thank you is, you know, it's part of communication. It's a magic word. If you develop the habit of thank you, sorry, and please, you will get away with a lot of things in life.
Wow.
And that's started my bedrock of customer service. I don't have a problem saying please, thank you, sorry.
Wow.
It's okay.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so that I was wondering, accountants, customer service, logistics, but then so accountants. Now, how did you find your way into entrepreneurship?
Okay. I came ready to be as open as possible because this is family. So I'm going to be saying it just as it is.
Yeah.
So how did I find my way into entrepreneurship? Again, I graduated at a very early age. I was 20 when I left university. So by the time I served, I was pretty young. I was blessed to have a good, decent job at that age. So at the age of 21, I was working with a bank at the time, a big bank. I was earning about 170,000 naira, which till today is still a decent amount of money.
Huge,
and that's a long time ago. So I was rich. I was like, what happens now? You know, I'm a big girl. I wasn't crazy about school, so going to do masters and PhD was never on my, but you know, it was just never my thing. But I noticed that when I was working in operations in the bank, I was blossoming. I was doing absolutely amazing. They put me, I think that's where customer service, that's what I knew that was my strength. So I was a customer service person doing service here. I did so well and I was so happy. By the time they staffed me, I started at customer service. So it made me so happy to solve people's problems. I was just ingenuine at it. I mean, I just wanted you to leave the banking hall feeling like all your problems have been solved. So I knew that I loved it. But after a while of doing so well in customer service, I was picked to become a marketer. That was where all hell let loose. I became a marketer and I thought it was going to give me luxury. You know, I used to see them just go into their car, go everywhere, buy things on the street, eat, come back and sign out that they're going home. So I was like, okay, I could do that. And I was miserable.
Wow.
I could not function. I hated every part of it. They gave me targets that I did not understand. I was not equipped to achieve those targets. I felt at a point it started to look like they were saying that, you know, I'll be in staff meetings and they'll say things like, oh, as pretty as you are, you can't get 10 million. And I'm like, I don't understand. If I want to use my prettiness to get 10 million, I think it will go into my bank account, not into a company. Like, why would I want to do that? So I started disdaining my job. Then I realized that I actually wasn't cut out for that type of life. Then it's translated into me just hating work, period. I didn't want to wake up in the morning. I'm a night person. I do better at night. I can think more. I can, I'm more productive in the nighttime. So in the mornings, I'm too tired. When the alarm says go to work, I started to hate the corporate life. So after about a few years of doing it, I had to quit the job. I couldn't do it anymore. They offered me everything. They said, we will put you back in customer service. I said, no. They said, we will put you in the ones that only deal with diasporas. I said, I was just done. And one thing with me is when I'm done, I'm done. It's time to move on. So I left and I thought I could do business. At least now I've done some marketing. I understand. I am an accountant, so I understand numbers. I have good customer service, so I can relate with clients. So I said, you know what, I'll take my savings because I did have some money and I will travel to the abroad. So I went to the US, I went to Dubai, I went to the Londons, bought all kinds of things and came back, and I did not know that was not the definition of business. That you can gather money buy something and put a profit on top and say you want to sell it. That is not business. I had no business sense. I didn't know what I was doing. I lost everything, of course,
Wow.
because now learned that I'm not a good salesperson. And that was why I was so frustrated on the job. Because what will happen is when you come and smile at me too much, I'll give you the goods. I'll be scared to tell you the price. When I finally tell you the price, if you tell me you can't pay, I'll say, it's okay, just take it.
Just
When
take
you are
it.
ready, and people are never ready, they don't come back to pay. So I
Mm.
lost everything. So
Wow.
of course, I entered into the entrepreneur journey confused,
Mm.
thinking like everybody else that entrepreneurship is equals to buying and selling in the name of
Yeah.
I own my own business.
Yeah. Yeah. Where you're right. You know, the first time I read this book, The Business of the 21st Century, and I saw the cash flow quadrant, then I
Yes.
realized that what we call entrepreneurship
Now,
is not. Wow. So that was your entrepreneurial journey. So you just entered it and found out you were here. How did you find yourself in this industry that many people actually look down on, in this industry that people tell you it's not my thing, you know, they just flip, it's not my thing. How did you find yourself in network marketing?
well, network marketing, as we know, it is not my thing. Like I said, I fail at selling, so I cannot sell. Um, Having, of course, the continuation of that story is I realized that I was failing, I was not doing, it wasn't making sense, so I went back to work. This time I focused on getting a call center job where I could do customer service full time, and that's what I was doing up until the time I left Nigeria, came to the US, and I just always played around that role. I moved a little bit into HR, and then I ended up being a pricing analyst with Canon USA, the headquarters of Canon that produce the printers and all of that. Yes.
Okay.
But at this point, I realized that I was not cut out for the 9 to 5. I just wasn't happy. I wasn't productive. I felt like I was cheating my employer. They were paying me good money, and I was only using about 5% of my brain, if that
Mm.
much. I just go to work. I do the rhetorics. I do what they ask me to do. I still have so much energy when I'm done. I still have so much, I'm pumped up in my brain. I'm not emitting. I'm not doing what
Yeah.
I'm not in line with purpose, period. So I
Mm.
was not happy. So I had to ask myself a question. So what do you want to do with your life? You could
Mm.
not do business. You don't like working. What do you want to do? So I started searching to find my fit. And then I came into long reach. I will use long reach versus network marketing because what we know as network marketing is really not what long reach is. So
Wow.
I tried one before, not because I wanted to, because I've always known I will not do well. When I was in Nigeria, somebody tried to do forever living journal. The thing I knew I wouldn't do well, so I didn't bother. But here in the States, there's a company called Melaleuca, and
Mm-hmm.
an aunt of mine who I love and respect so very much got involved and told me to get involved. Now, this is a tip for prospecting. When it comes to one prospect, just tell them straight up, if you love me, join. There's no need, just say it like that. When it comes to one prospect, yes, you are allowed to use emotional blackmail. It's part of
Mm.
your tool. Use it
Mm.
and use it unapologetically.
Mm.
Auntie, this is what I've decided to do. If it's true that you love me, just for the sake of me, just join. Do it
Mm.
and you see how many people will join you. It's real.
Mm.
So that was what it was. For me, it was just emotional. I loved her, I respected her. I could never tell her no. So I said, okay. But I didn't go in there to try to do anything. But the way they said it, I thought I would earn money. I didn't earn a dime. Rather, I was losing money every month because they always did auto ship.
Mm.
I couldn't sell. I couldn't record. I couldn't do anything. I mean, on one hand, I can say that maybe the company's plan was not great, blah, blah, blah. But the truth is, I never really tried. If maybe with what I know now, if I went back to do my look, maybe I'll do amazing. I don't know. But as long as it involved selling, I was not interested. So I kept searching for a right fit. And then I met SD4, the futurist with Emet Bensi. And the story changed from there. What she sold to me with long, which was something I'd never heard before. And on one hand, it was a little bit, emotional kind of thing whereby I had bought the person. I had
Okay.
bought into the person. I believed in her. I respected her. And so I bought into what she was telling me. Again, with our business, you are the person people are buying before
True.
they ever try a product, before they ever look for a bonus check. What they're looking for is you. That's why you cannot mess with personal branding. When you come out, people want to identify with the you before they see what you're
Yeah.
talking about. So I
Yeah.
bought her, and because I bought her at that time, in fact, I can never forget, it was my rent. This is America. We pay rent monthly. At the time, my
Yeah.
rent was about ₦1,000,000, which is
Hmm.
about $3,000 every month, every 30 days. So that particular day when she spoke to me, I took my rent and I did it. I'm a risk taker. It means something for me to risks. When I take risk, I do better. So I knew that if I didn't do it at the time, or if I played safe, I would walk away from it. That I didn't want to. Plus, I wanted the person I was dealing with to know that I was vested in her.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did that, and that's how I got on board. But I didn't do anything with it again. I went to sleep on it. I started reading. This time around, I did something well. I was studying on it. 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 The things she sold to me made sense to me. She sold the future. She sold sustainability. She sold value. And those were things I could associate with. But it still didn't do it for me until I found me in it.
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
And
Mm.
what was the me in it? It was impact. When I found out that joining and partnering with this platform will put me in a position of talking to 93 people today and giving value and having an amazing person like Reverend Yomi talk about me nicely and notice me, and even, I mean, these are 95 people listening to me today that I don't know, but I now know, or rather they now know me, and at least in the next 30 minutes of listening to me, they will get one thing that will impact their life. That was the me in the it that I bought. That's when
Wow.
I decided to run the business.
Mm. Now, let me pause you there so that I need you to rewind a little bit. One of the challenges I had when I came on board this platform was having to sell. Now, network marketing now, not long reach. So all I knew about network marketing was that you need to buy, you need to sell, and then you need to refer people. And the selling was huge because there was auto ship. Every month you had to buy so much before you get paid. So when I came on board Long Reach, I carried that same mindset in, and I began to look for how to sell products. And of course, maybe I think I'm worse than you. I'm miserable at selling. I don't know how to ask people for money. I don't know how to do anything. So I practically was getting frustrated. So on that note, I needed you to explain a bit more. What is different about Long Reach? Because you also said the same thing, that's not a selling business. That was my own deliverance. That's not a selling thing. The fact that I didn't have to sell was huge. But explain that for us. Let's hear it.
Okay, so I always say that when you decide to join a network marketing company, the main things, three main things you want to look at. Number one is the profile of the company. Who are they? Number two is the product. What do they do? Number three is the compensation plan. How can I earn? When it comes to profile, Longreach is a 34-year-old manufacturing company. That for me gives me a backing that I can ride on anytime. Give me Donald Trump, I'll sell Longreach to him. I'm confident in the profile of the company. Two, the product. It works, period. It's not a scam, it's not a sham, it's not supplements. It's everybody can find something to identify with. America only has 9 products. Of the 9, if you ask me, I'm only dealing with 4. All
Wow.
the others are irrelevant to me. And as a stockist, at least within the last I started my New Jersey stockist in early June. So in less than 2 months, I've done over $20,000 in sale in PV confirmation. So if we're only doing 9 products and I'm able to do that, and all the stockists that I know have at least done their $10,000 going on the next one, it means that the product works. And it's not about how many products are on the market. Because
Wow.
if you will not brush your teeth, you will wash. If you will not wash, you will use a sanitary napkin. If you will not use a sanitary napkin, you drink alkaline water. That is enough for every household, right? So the product is a catch. Number 3, the compensation plan. Language compensation plan does not need you to sell. It needs you to identify what resonates with you, package it very well, and deliver it to people who will in return deliver it to other people, which we call the referral, which we call switching your brand, which we call just telling people what you've experienced, let them experience it. They will, I mean, I'm a Christian, so permit me if I talk about the good books a little.
Yeah.
The woman at the well of Samaria, when she met Jesus, she did not know him, right? They had a conversation, and all he did was sell his product to her. What was his product? He said, I'm the water, I'm life. I'm the bread of life. I'm the living water. Drink of me and thirst no more. Eat of me and hunger no more. And he just told her 1, 2, 3 things. That is prospecting. When people come to you, you must be able, I'm sorry, my topic is not prospecting. I don't know why I keep doing that. But, when people come to you, you need to identify their need. If you don't know their need, serve them what they don't want from now to tomorrow. Let it be the best thing in the world. They don't want it. They would never want it. But identify their need and give to them what they want. They will follow you. After following you, they'll go and be broadcasting about you. The lady went into town. She said, come and hear, come and see a man who told me everything about myself. I was now wondering that, is everything about herself, is it equals to that 5 husbands that she has married? Because that's all Jesus said.
Yeah.
But that's her core. That was one of the things that was pinching her the most in her life. So it sunk. It was as if that was all. She's like, wow. So when you meet somebody and the person tells you, I'm rich, I'm fine, I don't need long reach. And then all of a sudden you notice that their baby has a rash. And you say, oh, if you put a panty liner on that, it will help. And boom, it helps. You're done. The person will go from A to B to Z. But if you don't even know that panty liner can help rash, how would you prospect? How would you get somebody? Sorry, the question was, how
Well, that was the good
does
one.
language
That was the good
language
one.
different? So know your product, right? Language has good products. They have a great profile, and their compensation plan is fair. There's no auto ship. I would never ever, I say it everywhere, do language if people are going to have to put in money. It's just not my thing. It doesn't mean it doesn't work. I just wouldn't do it. So for me, that I don't have to worry about people losing money or investing fresh capital when they don't really want to. That sold me on our platform. That sells me
Wow.
every single time. Then the second thing is the fact that I can be a shareholder. It's real, guys. It's not a, we're not just making it up. It's real. You literally every month get points in your back office that you can cash, either for travel, either for a car, either for a house, either just for, just that you want to, you want to convert your shares to money. That for me is also a very strong selling point. And again, the global sharing platform that we have, that I can sit in the United States and build a team in Zimbabwe. That
Wow.
does it for me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, but you've answered partly my next question, because my question was to ask you how to succeed in this business, team building and expansion. How do we go about it? Because now, I mean, truth be told, particularly in this pandemic, I found out that network marketing, the long reach way, is the way to go. That settled with me, particularly when this pandemic came in. But then everybody still says, what do you see referring? How do you do it? So how do you succeed in this business? Team building, team expansion. How do we deal it?
Okay. I like to always categorize this into 3. Again, coming from, like you said, I've already touched on it. One is knowledge, business knowledge, product knowledge, customer knowledge. Everything ties to those 3 knowledges. If you know your business and you know the products and you are able to identify your customers, you'll be fine. You're not sent to everybody.
Mm.
Jesus was sent to everybody. Well, yes and no. You're not sent to everybody. You're not. Everybody can buy what you're selling, but you are not sent to everybody. There are two different things. There is nobody that cannot identify with one thing on the language platform. Know your markets. First of all, what is it that you do? What is your passion? I always say it, until I found me in it, I could not do the it.
Mm.
If your passion is you're a doctor, then you want to identify with that part of the business. It will become natural. When you're struggling, people know. People can sense that you are just repeating what somebody told you to say, not something that you believe.
Mm.
People are not stupid. Yeah, like I said, it's you that you're selling yourself. So settle in and find your core. If your passion is hairdressing, come from there. If your passion, for me, my passion is teaching, my passion is service. I like to coach, I like to teach, I like to impact, and I like to serve. That's where I come from. So naturally, I attract people like that. Miss Aretha is on this call. She's a customer service expert too. We can click, we can relate. And when we're dealing with our customers, we deal from that. So I said business knowledge,
Yeah.
product knowledge,
Yeah.
customer knowledge.
Yeah.
If you're going to grow a team, you would need these three things. Will you know it all in one day? No. But you must constantly be seeking to get better on these three areas. You must identify with people who have already done it well. As the four, the futurist with the Bensi is my sister. She's not my friend, she's my sister. But when it comes to this business, she's an icon. She's amazing. She can do and she can move mountains. I really need to take 2 minutes. Miss Yomi, hold fort for me for 2 seconds. I need to take this call,
Please
please.
go ahead. Please go ahead. Take the call. Thank you very much. While you are taking that call, it just dawned on me that what she just spoke about is key. It's core. And it's having business, the three knowledge points, if you must grow in this business knowledge, product knowledge, prospect knowledge. Now, I don't know who is there. I don't know who is on this call, and you think network marketing is not for you. Probably you've been there, you've been on the other side of it, and you have seen, maybe you've met somebody like me in my former business where all I would do is beg you to buy. And you feel, no, I can't be selling. You are totally correct. You cannot be selling. I tried it, I failed. But when I found long reach, I found myself in it. I realized I didn't have to sell. If you will do these three things, business knowledge, product knowledge, prospect knowledge, take note of that as she comes back on. Thank you, Ayodele. Dami, back to you.
Thank you. I apologize. I usually would not do that, but yes, that was very important. So yes, those are the three things you want to, if you want to create a bigger, I can give you smaller steps, but really that's it. So find yourself in the business, identify your passion while you're at it. Identify, okay, I was talking about finding mentors on the business. So the futurist is my sister. She's literally me. She's me and I'm her. No, nothing in between. But when it comes to the business, as amazing as she is, I'm not really able to make her my number one mentor because we relate different. Backgrounds are different professionally, experiences. So when I look for a mentor, I look for one who speaks to me. Mentors don't have to be the people you see and eat and drink with every day. Actually, mentors don't have to be the one everybody perceives to be the best in the industry. Mentors are people who are already doing what you want to do and doing it well, and you can relate with. That is why you cannot marry everybody. There are men that are amazing, but as amazing as they are not good for you. They are good for somebody else. right? So when you go to choose a spouse,
When you go to
somebody that you can literally relate with on many levels. That's how mentorship is. So find you a person who is already doing what you want to do, what you want, achieving the things that you desire to achieve. One, and you can relate to. That is when they speak, something on your inside resonates. That's when you found a mentor. Then follow the person. As the Golibe speak out, when people say, oh, she came on the business and she did it in 10 months, blah, 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 I smile because yes, on paper that is true, but in actual fact, that is not true, because before she ever came on the business, she studied the business for 2 years. She identified mentors. She understood the platform. She knew exactly where she was coming to attack. When she came, she just plugged in, bam, bam. While me, I'm reading the product book, month 1. I'm understanding the compensation plan, month 10. She had gone because she came with a plan.
Yeah.
She found Udeme Tibensi fall. If Udeme says drink water 3 times, after 3 times, go and change your cup. That's exactly what she did because she resonates with her. So do that. Do your part. Know what you are selling. Know who you are. Combine them together. Find your niche, and you will be shocked how you're going to explode. Now, outside of those, when you've gotten that on down pat, people will always be people, right? People do what they want to do regardless. So when we're talking about building a team, after you've recruited, it doesn't end there. Now you want to now start sorting. You're a magnet when you're prospecting, right? You throw your net out wide. You catch 1,000 fish. You bring back the net. Then you start sorting. Okay, I like catfish this way. Okay, I don't really like titles, go that way. Okay, I don't really like. You sort. When you have sorted, you focus on the ones that you believe are like you, that you are now committed to pour yourself into. So it goes from learn, teach, which leads to duplication. Until you started duplicate, until you've been able to see 1, 2, 3, 4 people that can do what you do as good as you do, or even better, you have not yet crossed the line with team building. So you learn it, you sort for people, you teach them what you know, you pour yourself into them, you allow them know it well, you give them, you make them do it. Once they are doing it, they are doing well, you teach them too how to duplicate. You will start to see it grow. It's like magic. We grow in an exponential rate on the platform. It's not I bring 3 so I will grow by 3. No, you bring 3 so you grow by 9, then you grow by 27, then you grow by 80. It just keeps going in exponential increase.
Wow.
So duplicate yourself. Please don't hoard information. You are only as good as many people that know what you know. So as you seek, when Reverend Yomi said what she said about me, freely giving, I just believe, first of all, I learn when I do. Until I'm doing it, teach me from now till eternity. If I don't do it, teach me, I don't know it. When I do it, learn by doing, do it afraid, but do it anyway. Just do it. When there's an opportunity to train the team, say I will do it, even when you don't know it. Read from the book and be speaking it. Suddenly, it will make sense to you. Suddenly, it will become natural for you. So you want to learn and absorb as a sponge. Find yourself a mentor. Duplicate yourself. Influence. Leaders influence.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'll just write in a way.
The last one, be consistent. I struggled. I can even still say I am struggling in that. And until that happens, not much will happen. You have to be consistent. Show up every day. Show up tired. That's one thing I learned from Udeme Bensi. I can be with her in the same house. She's heartbroken about something. Gosh, I heard this is on Facebook. Lord have mercy. May she not catch me. He's sad about something. We are crying together about something. And the next thing, I check my phone. She has posted 10 steps on how to something to the team. And I'm like, but babe, we have not yet. She said, I have to. I'm committed to this. So it's not always convenient. Again, I go back to the good books. When Jesus did that 5 bread and 2 fish, or was it 2 fish?
Yeah.
5 bread and 2 fish
5 loaves and
miracles.
2 fishes.
He was mourning his cousin John.
True.
He just heard that they had beheaded his cousin John. The
True.
Bible said that he was sad, so he needed some time. So he left. He took a boat and went. Before he got to where he was going, multitude had showed up. Me, I will not come out. I am not happy. I am tired. My head is hurting. I am sad. I want to cry. Leave me alone.
Let
I
me
will
cry.
stay in my room and I'll cry. Jesus said, we have to minister. He ministered. After ministering, he fed them. Because of compassion, because of consistency, because of commitment. So those are key if you will build a sustainable team.
Wow, that is a load. But you know, those scriptures you touch now, I haven't seen them in that light. Oh, so Pastor Dami, thank you for that. But I'm still on this. Is there an age limit? So is there a time where you can say, no, this is now beyond you. You are too old to start network marketing business? Is there anything like that? Is there an age limit?
We all know that the answer is no. But again, presentation and everything. I'll use an example from yesterday. A lady reached me from Nigeria and said her senior sister or auntie or something was interested in products. So the woman reached me and we spoke. She sounded amazing. I didn't even know she was over 70. And she ordered some products. She said she just wants to use the product. So I said, okay, mom, I think that as you're using the product, so you will always be telling people, so let's be getting you a paycheck on the side. She said, yes, no problem. She sent her information. But I needed one more information. So I didn't want to go back and pressure. I mean, she was not going to be my downline. She's not, I don't know her. So I went back to the sister and I said, explain to your aunt to give me 1, 2, 3 things so that we can create her code. By the time the sister came back, what she came back with was, she said she's too old to be doing network marketing, that I would just be using her orders to upgrade. And I said, no problem. But I knew that if I really wanted to still be on it, that lady will have a code. Why? She told me, she said, I will be sending people to you. And I know she's not joking. Once she used the products and she likes it, she will be sending people and she will make money and she should be a member. But there is a way that had been communicated to her that has made her say, oh no, that's not for me. If I go back to her and tell her 1, 2, 3 things, I'm so sure she'll say, oh no, because it costs her nothing. You don't have to move. You only have to do what you're already doing because you're breathing. You're already telling your friends, buy laundry toothpaste. This thing is amazing. You're already doing it. So there's no age limit. Our WC mom, the grandmother of our team, Maya Koriko, is not a baby, and she did not she didn't start when she was 50. She started 7 years ago, which is how just right around the corner. But she bought into her daughter's vision. One, she understood her place in the market and she did her thing. She was Udeme's biggest, I think she still is, leg till today. She would just say, come to my pension, the meeting of something. I target old women. I like them because they are influential. Children are following them. Young people are following them. They have influence. But if you don't explain it to them well, you create, some people, I watch them pitch and I'm like, you just made me have a headache. Even me that I'm already in the business, I don't want to do it again with the way you presented it. Can you break it down to a point where my 9-year-old feels like she can do it too? That's a skill you must learn, so that when you want to talk to, you can't prospect with the same language to everybody. How can it be that every time they put you on the phone, the first thing that language is a 34-year-old manufacturing company and they have OEM? What is OEM and ODM to a what's her business with OEM and ODM? Do you understand? So where do you start from? Have a conversation. Oh, mom, so nice to meet you. What do you do now? What did you do before? Oh, wow, you are the women church leader. That's amazing. Did you know we have a sanitary pad that when women use it, the hormonal imbalance is regulated? She's like, really? Oh, I have one of my daughters in church. You have won her heart. Now, because she's not looking, money is not her motivation at this point, really. She
It's
just
adding
wants to
value.
help people.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Hell, that is huge.
What kind of meeting is this? The Holy Spirit is very around. So yeah, so there's no age limit, rather there is interest differences, and we must find it and identify with it.
Mm. Thank you so much. No age difference, it's the difference in interest. So find the interest, identify it, and key into it. So no age limit. Thank you so much. Now, you are in the US. How is the business in the US? So some people on this call who have friends in the US who they are talking to, and I hear things like, oh, for passive income, don't worry. I'm already subscribed to, is it 404 or 401? And so don't worry about that. It's like, when I'm old, government will take care of me. We're in the US, everything works here. We don't need residual income. How is the business in the US, and how do you handle those questions?
Awesome. Well, 401k. So
Yeah.
401k is the retirement money. I think we call it pension. So every time I pitch US based people, I like to say something like this. I know you have a 401k, and I'm so proud of you, because once you're done working, the money from the 401k, you'll be able to buy a house, a mansion in Malibu. You'll be able to have a private jet. You'll be able to pay for all your grandchildren's Ivy League schools. You'll be
Awesome.
able, these are dreams that people have that they would never achieve,
Mm.
because 401k will only but maybe pay your rent,
Sure.
your mortgage if you bought a house. So again, know your customer. You must know where to pinch people. So in the US, we understand that a lot of people are comfortable, but they are poor.
Mm.
And you must redefine poverty. So you cannot come to a US person and start telling them about FRP that will give them 8,000 every time they register somebody. If you're going to use that point, you're going to be using it in this way. This is how you use it. Oh, do you have family back in Nigeria? Yes. I'm pretty sure they're always reaching out to you for one money or the other. Do you know you can empower them? Just register them with 40,000 naira. They can start making 8,000 naira every day if they do the right thing. Oh, really? They sign them up. But you can't come to me now with my $3,000 rent, $1 million rent. I'm telling me you do FRP. It doesn't. I mean, do you know how many FRPs will pay my rent? But if you can take a few people off my hands by telling me that if I put them up there, so that's one way. The second way, of course, is to get me to see that beyond all of this, do I really have something to fall back on, really, that can foil those dreams that I used to have when I was younger? People have shelved their dreams. People believe that it's a wild dream to say you want to own a jet after retirement, or that you want, for me now, one of my biggest retirement dream, and I won't even wait to retirement has started, is to be in America during the summer and not be in America during the winter, and I must have a house wherever it is I'm going. Yes.
True.
So will the 401k do it for me? No, it won't. So
Mm.
you must be able to show me how it is that this platform can help me achieve the bigger dreams that I have put away because I believe they are no longer used. I can't achieve them either because of age or time, or just the mere fact that money is hard to come by. So you focus, know your business. And how would you be able to sell that to me if you don't know that language offers you OEM, ODM? There are people who are sitting with ideas that they cannot birth because they don't have the platform. Sell that to them. The shareholding points that I can get interest-free loan and go and start doing my projects. Share that. So know your business, know the product, know your customers. There is nobody. I said if I see Donald Trump, he will join language.
Thank you so much. But still on this US, how is registration done? So I'm here in Nigeria. A friend of mine says, "Oh, let Yomi, you've spoken to me. I believe in this business. I want to sign up." I think it was last year or 2 years ago. I actually did a video on how to sign somebody up in the US that went viral within the teams, and then it was like go online, and I followed all of that process online. But a lot has changed. How is it now being done?
Awesome. Yes, yes, you did that video. That video was amazing. I was like, wow, thank you. But yeah, we have slowed down on the website thing. We don't do it online anymore for now because we introduced the Stockist platform.
Okay.
It looked as if we went backward, but we actually didn't, because when it was being handled like that, there was a lot of delay, confusion, not enough customer support. Everything was coming from California. The shipping was very high and all of that. So the stockist invention helped take care of those issues. So now to register, identify a stockist closest to your prospects. I'm a stockist, and I usually can, at the tip of my finger, give you who is closer to wherever you tell me, because sometimes you don't know, because of the America
Yeah.
can be. So reach out. I mean, I will try to get that information to all the team leads, with everybody, all the stockist location and number, so that it's something that is easily accessible. And you go through a stockist, they deal with your customer, register them for you, just like Nigeria.
Okay.
So instead of the whole, yeah, right now, anybody who goes online will get stuck. They won't even get their code for weeks and weeks, because that system has literally, we're overhauling it and trying to reintroduce another online platform where the stockist can be connected to, and it will run seamlessly. So for now, you want to definitely use
The
stockist.
stockist. Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. So definitely you need a stockist to register. Somebody has asked, how can a non-citizen sign up in the US?
Okay, so this will make us talk about Vision 2023.
Yes, ma'am.
Vision 2023 says that we're raising 100 million millionaires in at least 3 different currencies by
Yes,
the
ma'am.
year 2023. And we're
Yes.
doing it, guys. Believe it or not, we're doing it. Um, Language allows you to cross-pollinate. You are in Nigeria doesn't mean you are stuck with Nigerian business. You can do business anywhere in the world as long as language is there. And even if language is not there, you can start it. So for the US, it's a little bit peculiar than any other country because of the clause where you need a social security code to what's it called, to get a sign up, to
Yeah.
get a membership. But the reason is that we pay taxes, and that's the number that is used to pay taxes. But the social security is just one way. There is also something called the tax identification number, which anybody can have, whether you're a US citizen or not. With a social, you kind of have to have a certain kind of status in the US to have that, but you can have a tax ID outside of that. And it is possible through, I personally, I've registered about a couple of Nigerians, and I've been able to get the tax ID for them because I did a lot of research, and I found a company that I partner with who will process it for you at a fee, even though you're not present in the United States. So the next question will always be, so how will I get my bonus? Well, number one, when you open these accounts in another country, you definitely don't want to be trying to get your bonuses right away. When did I start making substantial money? For the longest, I'll make $10, $11, $15. And I'm like, okay. But when the money started becoming 500, 1,000 per week, oh yeah, that's good money. It takes a while to get there. So you want to leave those monies to accumulate. Language is not going anywhere, which is another beautiful thing about company profile. When I opened my daughter's account in the Nigeria, I never cashed out. By the time I cashed out, she had earned over $1 million, and I was not worried that what if the day I want to collect her money, they say there's no money. There's no such thing. So you are safe. Allow the money to accumulate, and maybe you do a quarter withdrawal, or maybe every 4 months. When you open that account, usually if you did it through me, you have a relationship with me. I can work a couple of options out for you. We have PayPal, we have third-party check deposits, we have a couple of things. Again, you don't want to just take dollar and be turning it into naira. Why would you open a US account or a UK account? When Language Nigeria pays you, they pay you $1 to a naira. When the US pays you, they pay you $1 to $1. So when you take when I take my $1 to Nigeria, let's assume this week I earn $10, you earn $10. When Language Nigeria pays you, they will pay you 2,000 naira. When Language America pays me, they will pay me my $10. If I want to bring my $10 to Nigeria today, I will get 4,300.
True.
That is 130% higher than what you have.
True.
It's wisdom.
True.
It's profitable for you to have accounts in hard currencies so that you can earn bonuses hard currencies. And that you have a UK or US account doesn't mean everybody under that leg must be from the US. That's the beautiful thing. You have the US code, but your registrations are all Nigerian. You will still earn the same dollar like me. Maybe you won't qualify for some bonuses, just like Nigeria. No matter how many FRP I do, they will not pay me FRP. I have a US code because that's not a normal bonus. So apart from special bonuses, you will earn like I earn, and you will earn it in dollars.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Somebody is asking, how can someone register in the US? You have explained that. Okay, we're saying, are you going to do referral or automatic placement? Now, I don't understand that, because when you are registering somebody, you are going to give the sponsor code and the placement code.
Yes.
So
It's not anybody's place, it is yours. So you
nothing
give
like that.
the same information that you would use, is the same information that you would give, even if it doesn't matter. Can a dollar domiciliary account be used? No. A domiciliary account is a Nigerian account. So Nigeria is not US. US says what's that word called? Management is completely different. So you do not need to open a US account. There are many options to withdraw money in the US. Allow the money accumulate. When it gets to a certain point, when it's time to withdraw, you have a couple of options available to you without owning an account. They're asking the same question again. Somebody's asking the same question again.
Yes, that's the same question. She's answered that question. I guess we're typing at the same time. Let me ask you this before I let you go. What's the future of long reach in US?
Okay, so again, the US is a little peculiar. If our stocking system does not have a PV, it's not PV based, it's zero PV, which is not obtainable anywhere else in the world. And the reason why we did that is because we understand the peculiarity of the market and we're trying to protect the interests. So the future of, if I just want to talk about the last 1 year, between this time last year and now, we have grown by at least 500%.
This one is brilliant.
We have grown by at least 500% between last year. In fact, the kind of surge that happened in the US market, China was like, what is happening? Okay, so there is a bright, sustainable future in the US. Reason is that we are slowly but steadily building a platform. We are moving into automation. We are moving into more products. So as we do this, an earthquake. I'm not sure whether
somebody's system is blocking it.
Okay, so as we do that, we see that we're going to grow at a very sustainable rate where the market will not be threatened. You know, we cannot have product scarcity in the US. The law will not allow it. So if you're looking for stability, Eric Worre during the last what was it he did? I think the 646 summit. He said that it was our own the futurist outing.
Okay, yes.
He said to us that because your company has international base, 80% of your customer base should be international.
Yes, I heard that.
That should be the goal, because not only would that result to sustainability, it will result to higher income rates. And because you can trust this company, you definitely want to play in this market. America is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. We'll keep working it until it becomes workable for us. What Nigeria had was they had a soft hand. They could twist the government anyhow they like. And it was nice for a season. But you see what has happened now. It's now too much. They can't handle it and all of that. We are growing slowly but steadily, but we're not going anywhere. So the US is when you want to position, because this is a season of positioning. Very soon, when people start to roll out, when they sent me a 2,800 check, $2,800, I was shocked. I was like, wow, it's happening. 2,800. Let me do it for you. If you end that in this week, for example, you would have earned a chicken change 560K. But in actual fact, 2,800. If I took my money that particular week to Nigeria, this is what I would have come home with: 1.2 million. World of difference. So this is the time to position. If you're already at least a diamond 4, I usually advise try to at least be a diamond 4. And because at that point, you know, at least you understand the business, you make the investments to get your US code and start running it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So for those in the US, you are calling them to simply come in straight on and start building. Thank you so much, Madam Dami. It's been awesome having you. Thank you so much. What are your final thoughts before I let you go? I know today is a lot for you. So your final thoughts so I can let you go.
Thank you. So I would like to say this: be clear on your goals, but start where you are. Be very clear where you're going.
Start where you are.
Be very clear. If they wake you up in the middle of the night and say, where are you going with language? Know it and mean it. A lot of people say, I'm going to be a star director, but they don't really mean it. Because if somebody shows them what they need to do to become a star director, they will not do it. So they don't mean it. They are just saying it because maybe that's what they think people expect them to say. If your goal is to be a D5, that's okay. But know your goal. Know exactly what you want. Be clear about it, but start where you are. Stop waiting for a perfect day. The perfect day is today. The perfect time is now. When if we were training on another kind of training, I would have opened back offices for you to look at. One of the things I like to always look at is Udeme Etibensi's back office. I start from year 1 when she started, and I look at the 10,000 naira and I smile and encourage myself in the Lord. Because after looking at the 10,000 naira, I go and look at the 16 million and I say, okay, there is a way to go. There's a pathway. She did not happen overnight. No, she didn't. And you're not expected to. But she was clear on where she was going. And she went after it with everything that she had. And here she is today being celebrated. So stop beating yourself down. Stop discouraging yourself. Stop postponing your success. Start where you are. But be clear on where you're going and don't be deterred from it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. But before you go, I think there are 2 questions here. Somebody is saying, can I be connected with her? I live in the US. My question to that person for me is, are you already a partner? For me, are you there? You're already a partner. So she's already a partner. She wants to connect with you. Can you tell us the state you're in? She's in New York. So, ma'am, what kind?
I'm in New York. Well, New York, New Jersey, they're sisters. So I'm not sure what you need, but I'm always available and open. You can get my contact from Revium, and you can reach me if there's any way that I can help you. I'll be happy to help.
The easiest way to reach her is just go to our Facebook page. Easiest way, go to our Facebook page, talk with Dami. I go there a lot, so I listen to your
videos. Wow.
I do. And then there's somebody else saying, are you seeing me? You're not acknowledging my chat or question. I'm sorry. Do I unmute you? You have a question? Oh, you had a chat earlier. I'm sorry. What's the minimum you can start with in the US? That's the question.
We have our 60 PV just like anyone else, and it will usually cost you around $100 to start if you're doing 60 PV only.
Okay. So do I unmute you, sir? I've unmuted you, Galaxy Tab. If you have a question, you can go ahead before I release her.
I guess I'm done. I'm satisfied with that.
Oh, yes, I decided that. Oh, I know who you are. Big brother. Good to have you on this call. I could just see your Galaxy Tab. I didn't see your face. Oh,
so that
coming after you. I'm having your sign up. I'm sure of that.
Okay.
Somebody
I think Dami, you are my friend on Facebook. I didn't even know. I'm just seeing your face now. I don't know. I think Reverend Yomi connected me with you some time ago, and I got to be your friends on Facebook. Even though we just once in a long while. Yeah.
So the time to start it is now. This is the right time.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much, Big Brother, for being on this call. Somebody is asking what is her Facebook name. Is Dami Ayodele? But that is Talk with Dami, right?
Talk to Dami is the page, but my actual Facebook. So you might just want to do Dami Ayodele, and you get my actual Facebook.
So you can get her on. I'll put everything there. I just searched her and I found her and I clicked and I started enjoying the Talk to Dami. Very instructive. Thank you so much, Dami, for being with us today. I truly appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. And thank you to every single person that has been on this call. Well over 100 people. We do not take it for granted. Thank you so much. Our team coach, do you have anything to say? He's been there. Let me unmute my husband for a minute.
Yes, please. I would like to hear him.
Hello, Dami.
Hello, sir.
So nice to hear from you again.
Same here, sir.
When are you taking us to the next hideout?
We were ready to go to Maldives, and then Corona said no.
So we're looking towards Maldives.
Yes.
So, happy birthday to the lovely princess.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Our best regards to everybody. Take care of you now.
God bless you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And before we say happy birthday, next Saturday, we are going to be having a wonderful SD in the house. SD Upong will be in the house next week, Saturday, 5 p.m. Next week, Saturday, 5 p.m. She'll be in the house, SD Upong. You will love to listen to her. So if you're on this call, begin to tell your friends, your neighbors, your enemies, and everybody. Tell them to join in there. And once again, thank you so much, Dami. I don't take it for granted at all. Thank you so, so much for being with us. And a big happy birthday to the princess.
Thank you.
Wish her all the best. She's already a millionaire at 9. I wish my parents knew about Long Reach. I won't be where I am today. So to everyone on the call, thank you so much for being with us today. Next Saturday, 5 p.m. will be another time. Thank you so much, Dami. Thank you so much. So everyone that's on the call, thank you so much for being with us on this call. Look forward to having you again next week, Saturday, 9 o'clock with Madam Emeng. Until then, 5 o'clock. And I think I've enjoyed today's Zone Beyond Mode, so I'm saying everything now.